Yo, what is good? My anime people. Don't mind that first part, my anime people. I accidentally got caught up on something and started getting beat up, so that sucked. But guys, what is good? We have another show that I'm not sure how far it's going to continue to blow, like to give me like a good vibe and stuff, but as of right now, I truly do enjoy it, so I wanted it. I wanted to at least give it a little bit of attention that it deserves for also bringing to the attention to me like a show that I really missed and I probably watched because I seen this. And that's Aria, the Scarlet Bullet show. If you guys ever heard of that, you are OGs. You guys are the OGs. Um, but with that show having some little bit of influence on my way of seeing it, or like interpreting this show in general, and just I don't know what it is about it actually. I think it's just like the camaraderie between the two people that have been chosen, maybe. But with that being said, we are looking at some of the cooler graphics that we've gotten. Sure, there was a little bit of CGI in this week's episode, but to be fair, there was a lot of good overall moments in the show that kind of threw me way off for a loop. Not to mention how dark this show could like truly become. Um, we see that the partner of the main character straight up gets his neck like broken within the first, couple opening moments of the show, and then it leads into him needing a new partner and pretty much wanting revenge of the person that did it. Um, the whole instance as of right now that happened seems like it was a big setup on both sides. So the cops were setting the people up to try to like just get evidence on them that they are smuggling fairies and stuff. And the reason why they're capable of smuggling fairies in this world, some type of like barrier has been broken between our world and this new world that has fairies and monsters in it. So when they say monsters, I thought it was interesting enough that they didn't really show any monsters. They're mostly all fairies that come over and live pretty much lives like humans, from what I could see. Like, there's someone that's supposed to be like a photographer or something, like some of them are actually just living life how humans would. You just couldn't even tell sometimes an elf from the humans because they dress the same, and some of them are even as tall as us. So it was an interesting take on all of it. But back to what the cop was dealing with in the beginning was there was a elf that was supposedly a noble type, and because of its stature or like because of whatever it was born into, it was already um, taken, like it got taken away from its family or taken away from its home, and then they were going to sell her off to these cops for however much money. But the thing that gave me the thought process that this clearly wasn't going to be the case, like the cops thought they had the upper hand and they thought they knew what these people wanted was just like this money and stuff, which one of the guys did. And the other guy who actually starts like chanting these words that are from the other world and actually gets like this ridiculously demonic type of boost, which they said he was controlled by an evil wizard, So there's just so much going on within this show that it all makes sense because of how they started it off by saying there was like a break in this barrier of the world that separated the two. So what can you say about it that you can't be like, oh, that's not realistic, that's not this, that's not. You can't say that because the show has already made the foundation of this isn't the normal world, this isn't your norm, so we can do whatever we want and make it feel almost as if it is normal to us. No one, no one anymore. It's been 15 years since it's happened, so no one's like freaked out about it anymore. There's just like a place or like a city where I think it's called the City of Dreams, where they just all coexist. So, um, But there is this eerie feeling of them like calling them aliens and stuff, and that being like a racist term to them. So it's crazy. It's so crazy, man. They're doing such a great job with this show already, and it kicks off with us meeting the girl who's supposedly gonna be our partner. Who I have a weird feeling they're gonna give us this explanation of that she's older or something than even, us humans, or like us older humans and stuff, or she's of age, something along those lines. It just feels like it. Um, just by the way she carries herself, just the way that she talks and stuff, she seems like she's known the humans. Well, I guess, the stories that were passed down from their world over from ours, talking about how the humans handle certain situations, has changed by the time she's came here and seen it for herself, where even getting the help from a thief, like the guy that actually snitches on the Mexican gang that he knows, um, getting that information in her eyes was cowardly, or it just wasn't a good move in general to believe someone who steals. But at the same time, um, you have no other leads. Like, you have no other people to get any information for. So what are you gonna do? Stick your finger in your mouth and just wait for something to pop off? It's kind of like that was kind of the overall uh, action I saw this guy take at the end of the day. He's kind of like, well, yeah, we could just wait around and wait for these guys to pop up somewhere, and we try to catch them and maybe are too late to the place. But as of right now, and that's what he tells this girl. He brings her into the office and he's like, I don't want to work with her. My partner of 4 years died, and now here you got me trying to work with some new person that is an alien. He's like, whoa, that's racist, man. You can't say that. Um, and she doesn't want to work with them either, but then he puts out the point of, okay, well, do you want to put her with a straight narrow shooter that literally won't get any of this job done and you'll be back at square one? And both of the higher ups of the police station just know he's right, like he was willing to act as if he was buying the ferry, like he acted literally like a crooked cop to then arrest the people, to then get his partner killed and have to call his partner's wife and tell his wife, and pretty much have her tell the two kids, that their father is not coming home. And this man got his neck broken in a very, very brutal way. So, R.I.P. Rick, you were a great partner of 4 years, even though you acted crooked. And I just really hope that they catch that guy, and our main character can feel some type of relief of taking out the guy that took out his buddy. And I don't know if revenge is really going to do that for him, just by how the show is already portraying how revenge is his only goal as of right now. And even his higher ups don't want him getting involved in that. They just want him to solve the case. And if you happen to run into the guy that's did this, then you have, it's on your hands at that point. But if you're not going to be about the case and about the safety of other people who could be in the same situation, and for this noble ferry that was still taken by the man after the neck snap, he got the ferry as well. And he told us that this was all a part of the plan, that he was going to take this ferry regardless. So that just goes to show you that there was a double setup here. One guy thought he was getting money, while the other guy knew he had to take back the ferry regardless of after making the money. So very interesting dialogue there to drop really early on. But this Copcraft show seems very, very interesting. And I hope you guys either check it out or already have checked it out, and let me know what you guys are feeling about it. Or if there's anybody out there that's read like maybe any of the source material and know anything um, that's been changed or anything like that. I love having that type of information, or just talking to people that they're not necessarily spoiling me, but they're at least giving me information saying, "Hey, everything they're doing here is from the manga. Everything they're doing here is, their own original thing, and I didn't care for it." All those types of comments really make a difference in my perspective of a show. In the case of, I can start seeing it from that perspective, or seeing why people could feel a way if, they're doing it differently, and it could have been better if they just kept it the original way. So that's one of the real reason why I made a channel, and I love to just talk to people about any types of animes and stuff, because there's people out there that have a lot more information about certain things than I do, and there's shows that I have a lot of information about that they might not have, and that stuff just starts getting circulated around my community, and that's really enjoyable for me. So hopefully this show can be one of them that we all talk about and enjoy. But to be fair, man, to be fair, we are probably going to get a lot of exposition with this show, like a lot of, oh, you got the right guy, and then as soon as you come to find out it's really not the right guy. It feels like one of those crime shows that they can get the lead, but it just might not be the right lead. So definitely interested in seeing what you guys are thinking of this show so far if you check it out, or if you're here before checking it out and then you're trying to see how I felt about it. Definitely a watch. Check it out. In the grand scheme of how it all kind of played out, I do like it, but at the same time, it felt like everything was just happening once the girl shows up, right? Everything just kind of just boom, 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 boom. You're in this, you're in this, you know what I mean? And it was cool to see her getting used to this world that she's never like actually seemingly stepped foot in. So that's also another like really really charming aspect of the show, of getting to see her reaction to everything, and just how you know how ignorant she is to everything. So it's almost as if everything to her is a toy, when the cop just keeps telling her don't touch anything. Don't touch that, don't touch it, don't touch it. And yeah, I just can't wait to see how this show plays out. It seems very, very dope overall. Like the story could be very dark. It could be really messed up, including showing how they just killed off someone that was very important to our main character. Like it was nothing. Like he literally, I thought he was gonna save him. He shot the guy 2 times before the guy still then broke his neck. Like that's how ridiculously powerful whatever this wizard did to this man to keep him uh, unvulnerable to bullets and stuff like that. So we'll see how this plays out. If you do enjoy, make sure you are letting me know just what you enjoy about the show and overall, because it's fun to hear your guys' opinions and shows that I truly start to like, and then I hear your guys' opinion or things that I probably didn't even think of, and it just makes it that much better of a show for me. So I can't wait to talk to you guys later. I'm not sure if I'm going to drop another video today. This is probably my last video that's going to go up. So if you do enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated, or just your comment. I just want to hear from you guys what you think, even if it's just from what I told you and you have to go off of that to tell me. It's whatever. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this, and I will talk to you later. So with that, peace.